that movie to me is every time that I want, like, I'm thinking back to how hilarious the scene where he's at the Nazi rally is, and he's got like the burnt tongue, and it's like, my tongue, he's like talking like he's speaking Deutsch, and it's like the problem with laughing at that scene and enjoying that scene is there are lots of scenes in my enjoying quote life where I will just quote things while I'm walking around about. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you.
That is not a scene you just want to be quoting.
That is not something you just want to quote. For those of you who don't know, that scene is basically John Lovett's burning his tongue and having this like horrible burn mark on his face, so he basically looks like Hitler. He's dressed up in like things at a Nazi rally, and he's like going
and then of course, for no reason other than it was funny, he's like
and
throwing his arms.
He's even doing like a slam on the table like a
like it doesn't. Like, okay, I'll give you the burnt tongue, and I'll give you the little Hitler mustache, but there's no reason for him to be slamming his fists and throwing his arms around. That was just like, do some Hitler stuff, John, it'll be funny.
Oh my god. Okay, so, you wanted me to remind you what we were talking about. We were talking about Gandhi.
Oh god.
You did it too! God damn it, now I have to know the disclaimer. Disclaimer, we're not actually laughing at Gandhi anymore.
Okay. Should I explain, or should I just let people see Gandhi for themselves?
Well, I think now you have to, because we look like a bunch of assholes laughing at him.
Okay. If y'all ain't never seen Gandhi, first of all, it's a good movie, and so you should watch it. But we watched it in school during history class. That was the first time I had ever seen it, and I think the first time anybody in my class had seen it. Anyway, that's just to give you some context of what I'm about to tell you.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, Gandhi was assassinated. Well, in the movie Gandhi, they do it Tarantino style, where they start with him being killed, and then they go back and show his life. And so it's like the first 5-10 minutes of the movie, Gandhi's walking through a crowd, you know, doing his thing, and a guy comes up and shoots him in the chest, which is terrible. It's awful. No, Gandhi never deserved to be shot by anybody, but
No.
Oh god! Gandhi in this movie is played by the great Ben Kingsley, who's an amazing actor. He's just great. But I feel like this was a bit of a misfire on his part, because Mr. Ben Kingsley decided that when Gandhi gets shot in the chest, his reaction should be, oh god.
And he's explaining this to me before I've ever seen this. He's like, have you seen Gandhi? I'm like, yeah, I'm aware of him. I'm aware of who the guy was. Not what I call a laughing matter.
No! And I know it's not funny, but I'm telling you people, you gotta see it. Because
tell him about your teacher's reaction.
Oh yeah,
because you watched it for the first thing as a school thing, right?
Yeah, we were watching it in history class, and Gandhi gets shot, and his reaction is fucking... I mean, come on, his reaction to being shot in the chest is, oh god. He said it just like that. And I mean, I guess to be fair, none of us know how we would react if being shot in the chest, but
Fair.
I feel like it's not that. But anyway, none of us were ready for that, so we all laughed. It was hilarious.
Fuck.
And the teacher did not appreciate that one little bit. The entire class got in trouble for laughing and Gandhi got shot. I can't exactly remember what our punishment was, because it was so long ago.
There was
I
a
just
punishment?
remember. Oh yeah, we had to do some homework assignment or something. We were actually punished for this. Like, he scolded us and punished us.
Did you try to explain to him?
Yeah, the whole class did. We were like, no, like, we're sorry, but like, come on.
But come on!
But like, were you not watching the same movie we were just watching?
Well, and here's the thing, okay? Like, that would ruin any dramatic moment, okay? Like,
Yeah.
Here's the thing, we respect and we mourn people who were taken before their time and didn't deserve any of this horrible shit happening to them. But if they showed that at JFK, and he's just in the car waving and he goes, oh god, that's not cool.
It's just not the reaction you're expecting. It just comes, it just, like, I'm sorry, it's just not, none of us are ready for it.
Pardon me, okay, it's been 17 years, so I can pretty much bring it up at this point. If they had a video clip, and I'm probably going to hell for even mentioning this, if they had a video clip of like somebody in the offices of one of the towers and showing the plane coming head on.
No, keep going.
You know where I'm going with it.
I think we
I
all
don't
know
even
where
want to
you're
laugh
going with
at
it.
it. I'm just saying as a point. Like, you could not, if that was your first time seeing some shit like that. Come on.
I feel like part of the laughing is just because you're kind of uncomfortable, you know? It's not just like, oh, that was straight up hilarious, Dummy got shot in the chest. It was like, oh my god, I'm so uncomfortable. And his reaction was totally not in sync with what just happened to him. So
It's not.
all your body knows,
Blake.
your body's just like, I don't know, laugh.
I mean, I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying, though?
Yes, I do.
Genie, get rid of these guys!
Speaking of good voice actors, but with horrible portrayals, not... Let me clarify that. Hank Azaria is an amazing voice actor, and this was, you know, his best portrayal that he could do.
See.
But the way that Genie's dialogue was written and the
Thanks,
way
Sora.
that it was presented,
Aladdin, what are you doing
horrible.
out here?
And that wasn't Hank's fault.
Same
That
old
was the
stuff,
direction.
Hunting legendary treasure. Just paid a visit to the Cave
Hank
of Wonders.
Azaria does Genie's voice in this?
Found that magic carpet.
I'm sorry. Is it Hank Azaria or am I thinking of Dan Castellaneta?
Legend has it that whoever
I think it's
holds
Dan
the lamp
Castellaneta.
can summon
Please, kid, leave the
That
intros to a
ma- yeah,
professional.
yeah,
The one and
that's gotta
only
be.
Genie of the
Yeah,
Lamp.
I always get those two
Running up
confused,
the
and I don't know
lamp, and
why.
your dearest wishes granted.
They're both on The Simpsons.
I think when I think of a voice actor who plays Homer Simpson, my mind goes, oh, Hank Azaria, there's a unique name.
My fine feathered friend. Any 3 wishes. Oh, 1 wish.
Speaking of which,
A 3 wish.
can we
Then I
fucking
make
talk
like
about
Nana and
how
Cinderella.
mad I am? Wait, I don't want to
Lucky
not
when
give
I
this
made
subject
his
any
first
attention.
wish.
If
Let me tell you, what a doozy that wish was.
if ever a moment comes, God forbid the day
So, master,
that we lose the
what do you
queen
have for
due to
wish
some mass
number
maniac,
2?
and we're watching it on TV,
How about making
and
me
then
a
it's all over the
fabulously
news and the
wealthy
BBC,
Whoa, money,
and her
royalty,
last
fame.
words
Why
after
didn't
getting
I-
shot were, oh God.
Okay, you asked for it. 100 servants and 100 camels loaded with gold. Just say the word not delivered in 30 minutes or less, or your meal's free. Hey,
It catches you off guard. Like, why would that? Why was that your
I think
reaction?
I'll put that on hold until we reach Agrabah.
You just got shot in the chest and you go, oh god.
Like, listen. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong.
She's a princess.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the first line of dialogue in that movie? Like, that's the opening scene, right?
She's in trouble,
Yeah,
Aladdin.
I don't think it's literally the first
Well, come on,
thing
let's get going.
spoken.
But
I
it's
think
the first thing he
Gandhi
says, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You've got Sir Ben Kingsley, wonderful, wonderful man, and he's doing the best he can playing Gandhi, you know, playing an Indian? Is he Indian?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, no, Goofy, you're at the back of the pack. I take it back. Anyway, like, you've got him psyched up, ready to do his character, ready to make you feel. Hang on one second. By God, I'm not missing this. We have to have our viewers know about how ridiculous this fucking scene
I guess
was.
you don't get out much, huh?
So
Comes with a job.
you've got
cosmic
this
powers,
amazing
living
Academy Award and
It's always
BAFTA winner,
three
if I'm
wishes,
not
then
mistaken.
back to my
I don't know if he was on TV, because BAFTAs,
I'm
I think, are a
lucky to see the
TV
light
thing.
of
But
day every
anyway, I'm pretty
century
sure
or
he
two.
won an Academy Award or two. If not, he goddamn well should have. But anyway,
is
this
that?
world-renowned
Use my last
actor,
wish to
like, he could
free
do
you from the
so
lamp.
many
What
things,
do you
and he
think?
has
Yes.
done so many things.
You do that?
He was fucking
Genie, it's a front.
of all the things to be.
Jack.
Of all the things to be, he chose Iron Man 3. Anyway, but anyway, so you've got this portrayal of an Indian character, so already it's like, okay, you're a white British man. I'm pretty sure he's just straight white, nationality-wise. Or race-wise, anyway. And he's like, he can do anything, right? So it's like, okay, let's see what you got, Ben. And you're going to deliver this powerful performance as this amazing man. And your first idea of a line of dialogue to not be stereotypical and to be like a believable character is, oh God! It's absurd!
It is! That's why it's funny! It's not funny because, oh god, he got shot in the chest. Fuck that guy. It's funny.
Oh, thank God somebody finally did it. No! I was gonna shoot him myself if they waited a minute longer, the fuckers. Like, no!
I feel like this video is gonna be flagged.
Okay, so it's funny, the second you said that, you see the screen go red? Like, erga, abort, abort. Ah.
Oh boy.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh yeah, I forgot to customize Aladdin. Yeah, it's just that. Anyway, everybody, that's why it's fucking. I didn't want to take a screenshot. Now I have to make sure that the video stopped. All right, hang on a second. So that's why funny equals thinking about the Gandhi movie by association. If Freddie Mercury's doing, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm just gonna stop.
Sydney, stop doing what you're doing.
Exactly. Stop doing what you're doing. Okay, so anyway, what were we trying to move on to before I wouldn't let the Gandhi thing die?
I have no idea.
No? Not a clue? Yeah, me neither.
No.
What else? Where else is there to go after you go through that? Hoping that everybody doesn't fucking lynch you? Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Come on! Come on!
Jesus.
Come on!
How did we go from, hey, this Tarzan level sucks, to Gandhi's hilarious? It's just how our conversations go, and this is why we're built for this. I'm not saying we're a fraction as good as any of our favorite people, but this is why we're good for this, is because we have banter. I'm not going to be the one to determine our value to others, but I will say we are built for this.
We are an entertaining duo
Ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we looked at YouTubers, you know, groups doing banter like Dan and Aaron, and we thought, we're not so different. That we're not. Remember when I told you that we were looking at YouTubers and said, we're not so different, you and I? We're not so different, you and I. See, I did say that.
Very clever. And yeah, we still reference Austin Powers. They both want to fight about it.
We reference Austin Powers more than anybody I think has in the history of Austin Powers.
Well, yeah, we're like the only ones still doing it.
I mean, okay, if you don't include "Yeah, baby, yeah" or "Oh, behave," then yeah, we're pretty much #1 on the charts.
Oh yeah, like because we hit the obscure Austin Powers references.
We hit the ones that no one even cares to remember. And then there's some that, like, I actually hold on to that actually apply to everyday life. Like, well, that'd be a good idea now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
Setting your sights a little high. Aren't you, boy?
Really?
Back to your hole, street rat. I will not allow you to trouble the princess anymore.
Really?
Jasmine!
I'm so sorry, Aladdin.
Jafar just looks at the camera like...
One wish
Did I tell you,
making this really easy, you know?
So sorry, boy.
#1, I
afraid
mentioned
your
my dad
second
very
wish
little
has
in these,
been
I realize.
denied.
My dad, for Halloween one year, made me a costume contest winning costume of Jafar. He made the fucking thing. He made the hat, he made the snake staff out of a golf club, and some other shit.
I
Like,
bid you all
it was
farewell.
amazing.
Attack!
That's the end of that sad story. Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Hey, speaking of bullshit bosses, yeah, you felt it right away, didn't you? You're like, oh, you played through this recently, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think it's bad now? Just imagine hard mode for me if you could.
No.
No! God damn it! Oh! Yeah, you saw it right away. You're just like, oh, fuck.
Fuck this asshole.
There's not many sub-bosses that I hate, but this is one of them.
Yeah,
Because guess what? You have to hit it in its head or its back to do any damage, and you know where the two places you don't want to be are? By its head or by its back, because it's got flailing either antennae or butt strings, whatever those are. Maybe they're butt antennae. But anyway, both of them are gonna fuck you up, and it meows. By the way, I used to think that it meowed when I was in high school. As I'm sure you know, what it really is Jasmine screaming for help or something because Jasmine's in there. But I didn't make that connection as a kid. It sounded like it was making cat noises, and it still does. You can final mix this 10 more times. It's always going to sound like a cat.
No, I hear it.
You hear it like...
I hear it. Yeah.
Why is the centipede meowing? Doc just raises further questions. Yeah, this boss is horse shit.
Yep.
Okay, now I heard it say Aladdin. I heard it say Aladdin. I'm talking about Jasmine. I swear to God, I'm not an asshole. Mostly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, me. Oh, dude, what was I watching the other day? I was watching, was it a completionist video? It was some YouTuber that I was watching, who threw in that fucking Newt reference, like, in their whole video, like, all over it. It was like, boy, you were really feeling like Hadley's Hope right now, weren't you? I'm like, Jesus Christ.
To the desert! Come on, let's move!
That was the best take we could get.
Yep.
Alright. Something Mickey and I laugh a lot about. You remember the, you probably don't remember it exclusively or specifically, and I'm not trying to, like, kiss ass of, like, just all my favorite YouTubers, but fuck it, I like talking about people. There's a JonTron video, where he talks about, fuck, it was Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark? But I think it was Goosebumps. Do you remember that episode?
I think so, yeah.
So, there's, oh wait, there's Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark I was thinking of. But the one I was thinking of specifically was Are You Afraid of the Dark? Because it's this one about this kid and, like, his whole life is turned upside down. No, wait, no. It was the first Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yes. It was the first Are You Afraid of the Dark, and this little kid was screaming. And his scream was just like, it cuts over to John, just like with a bored face going, like, side by side. And it's one of the dumbest things ever, but it's so funny to me. It's just, it gets me every time, like token giving to Tyler, like token giving Tyler Perry money.
Token, stop giving Tyler Perry money.
I cried. Oh my nerve! Tyler me down a nerve!
Heal.
Hallelujah!
Now I can never unhear that when you put him in the movie. Here's the tragic thing about him. By the way, I forget which side of the fence you fall on. Did you or did you not like the second Turtles movie? The new Turtles movie.
Like what?
The new Turtles movie, Out of the Shadows, I think.
I didn't love it. It was, I liked it. There was a lot that really kind of just let me down about it. But it was okay.
Okay. The second Turtles movie is because I was raising a point in that everything I've seen Tyler Perry in, which isn't much, and I can't even remember what all I've seen him in. The funny thing is, when Tyler Perry makes his own movies, they're all dog shit to me. But what's interesting is he's not a bad actor when he's just in stuff. You know, say what you will about the second Turtles movie, I thought he made a really good Baxter.
No, I liked him. I was excited.
And I didn't even know it was him until I saw it at the end of the credits, and I was like, holy shit, that was Tyler Perry? Dude, fucking well done.
I really liked him in that movie. I was excited to see him become Fly.
And then he didn't.
I guess that's... Yeah, I thought, well, maybe the third one, but I don't think a third one is happening at all.
I mean, that's kind of... I mean, we all feel the same way about Power Rangers. Like, oh, maybe they'll show Lord Zed in the second one. I don't think a second one's getting made.
Which pisses me off, because I really liked the first one.
With the exception of Goldar.
Yeah, they really kind of flubbed Goldar, but I loved everything else so much that I'm willing to overlook Goldar. Like, it wasn't a deal breaker for me.
Right, it wasn't a deal breaker because he wasn't stupid, it wasn't really dumb, it's just I wanted Goldar to be a character, not a big giant machine, you know?
Yeah, they just could have done a better job with Goldar. But...
Like, Goldar was literally just a digging machine made of gold.
Yeah. But I
Not
really,
that Goldar, the character in the
loved
show,
that movie.
was goddamn amazing, but he was a character, you know?
Yeah. And I'm not saying he had to be like he was in the show at all. Because that would have been maybe kind of too silly for
Well,
that
nothing
movie.
should have been like it was in the show. Let's get that right. I'm just
Well,
saying that
okay.
I'm not saying that, you know, he had to be a magnificent character. It's just that he was a
No,
character, not a fucking tool, you know?
Yeah.
The way I understand it is Goldar could have been his own villain, but he followed Rita, you know? That's what happened.
Yeah.
And then once Lord Zed showed up, both of them were just like, yeah, we should probably bow to this asshole. And then Ooze showed up and is like, oh, Power Rangers, where's my autograph book? And we were all just like, what happened? But I actually love Ooze. I am Ooze.
Yeah, I love Dive News too.
But yeah, Power Rangers 1 was really, really good. And I'm sorry to compare it like this, but I'm just gonna say it. Not making Power Rangers 2 is like saying they're not actually gonna do It Part 2. To me. Like, here's the thing. It Part 1 could have been its own movie, and they could have just ended it there. Great. But it turns out that it is a much larger book, so yeah, they actually do wrap it up. So of course there's going to be a second movie, but it just feels like that kind of tease to me. Like, okay, you got like Tommy revealed as a teaser like at the end of the movie, and Lord Zed might be on the way, and it was just a really great movie in my opinion, and you're just going to stop?
Yeah.
For what?
Just because
Do you want to do more
critics
Power
didn't
Rangers
like it?
dinosaur light year whatever bullshit iteration they're on?
And like, I don't know. It really bums me out that they're not gonna do a second one. I mean, I still have a little bit of hope that maybe they will, but I'm certainly not holding my breath.
It's just so disappointing.
I just loved that movie. It made me feel like a little kid again.
Yeah!
Like, the fucking part, I mean, the part where they all, it's like right before the final battle, where they're all in their Zords, and they're going to the battle, and then Alpha's like, go Power Rangers, and then it plays the song. I haven't felt, the way that part of that movie made me feel, I haven't felt since I was a child. Like, literally, I had the biggest smile on my face.
Oh,
and
don't
I was
do
like,
it again.
oh my god. And I just wanted that to continue.
Like, it was so good. And that's exactly, you hit the nail on the head, dude. That's how me, my brother, and my sister-in-law felt when we went to go see it. Is we just felt like kids again. It was nice.
Yeah. And
It was that childlike wonder. And let me just get this right, too. Okay, what they did with Rita was amazing. That was a better Mummy movie than the new Mummy movie.
Yeah, I loved Elizabeth Banks as Rita in that movie. She did so good.
And case in point, of course Goldar doesn't have to be like he was in the show, because that was acting for a simpler time. You know, a really dumber, you know, primetime TV show time, you know?
Yeah.
Primetime might be being used loosely and incorrectly, but whatever, you get the idea I'm trying to make. You know when people say, like, you know what you were actually supposed to say is, yeah, but did you understand what I was saying? Okay, then shut up. I don't care what you have to say. If you wanted to say, oh hey, just in case you were interested in knowing, like, what it actually is this, cool. It's like, actually what it is like, did you understand the context? Yes, then I succeeded. Moving on. I contributed to conversation and you are moving it backwards.
So shut the fuck up!
Shut up, Mimsy!
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, yeah, she was really fucking neat, and she actually felt like she posed a threat. you know, to the world.
Yeah,
Which was the
she's
thing about the
actually-
Power Rangers. It wasn't just like Angel Grove. This bitch was after the world and more like that, dude. Like, this was a real thing. So it's like, dude, it's up to us in this small, tiny, quaint town to get this done. In the show, it's just like, oh, we're superheroes and we'll save the day. These kids felt like real. Like, it was like, holy shit.
Yeah. It was, yeah, it was just great. And like,
Genuine, that's the word I'm looking for.
yeah.
Come on!
And I mean, and Bryan Cranston as Zordon, I mean, that was just great.
Is that who played Zordon? Is that right?
Yeah, you didn't know that was Bryan Cranston?
It's been so long. I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theater.
Oh.
And here it is on like Hulu and Netflix or you know what I mean? Like, I can watch it anytime and... Dude,
I don't know why I haven't bought it yet, to be honest.
I really don't either, and I'm hoping that it's on sale for Black Friday.
Oh yeah. I'm hoping that the Nintendo Switch is on sale for Black Friday, because I'm getting one if it is.
That I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
What I can tell you is that, they're currently offering... Here's the weird thing about GameStop. They're currently offering $200 to trade your Switch in for a new Switch or a new Switch bundle. And I asked the guy at the counter, and of course, I mean, he's just a guy that works there, you know, it's like, why would he fucking really know GameStop's real intentions? He's like, I asked him, I'm like, how does this benefit consumers? He's like, oh, well, how it benefits consumers is if, you know, you want to, you know, trade your system in and, you know, get, basically just get a new game for the price of, I'm like, it's still, like, 2.5 times what the game would cost. He's like, well, yeah, but, and then another guy behind me is like, you know, she raises a good point. I'm like, aww. not because of the good point, but I'm like, dude, you saw me as a chick, well done.
Aw.
But yeah, see? But he was like, yeah, I kind of want to know too. He's like, okay, yeah, well, I guess it does make sense for the business. I'm like, let me stop you there. I know that. They don't just do things because it doesn't make sense for the business.
Everything you fucking assholes do makes sense for the business.
But you keep shopping with us, right? Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. That's not the point.
Where else am I gonna go? Funko Land? Babbage's? Not anymore. Anybody not remember what that was? She's too young for you, bro. Like, were you alive for Funko Land and Babbage's, Bubba?
No.
Funko Land and Babbage's are what GameStop used to be. Basically. I think GameStop was the company that emerged from the ashes.
I see.
For that matter, can we talk about something? Can we talk about, like, names? Like, names that you associate with, like, big-time things. Like GameStop. They created the name GameStop. Why? Because that's what you want to be your stop for games. But have you ever, like, had a word or, like, a business name so disassociated from your brain that you're just, like, you can't imagine, like, ever stopping to think about the fact that it's called GameStop? It's just like, no, it's just fucking GameStop. That's where we go to get our games. We're not just like, oh, I can't wait to go to GameStop because it's where I stop to get my games. No, it's, I'm going to GameStop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking Walmart. You know, started by Samuel Walden, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously, Walmart. We don't fucking give a shit about that. We call it Walmart. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Walmart. You know, and, Enix, before they merged with Square, you know, became Square Enix. Okay, that one, I don't know what that is, but let's move on. For that matter, why the hell did Squaresoft, for that matter, go with Squaresoft? Are squares supposed to be soft?
I don't know, but I tell you, I miss it. It's probably just because I don't like change.
Why not
But when they
explain the
changed it to
situation
Square
the
Enix,
boy?
I was like, no, it's
Doing
Squaresoft.
so may actually
Well,
You don't
here's the
just
thing.
change it.
Like, Square Enix, it makes sense. I've actually played
Wait a
a
second.
couple
Are you
Enix games,
Maleficent?
and they're neat. But Square Enix still rolls off the tongue, and it's still, to me, like, Square Enix, like, because of all the shit that I've played from Square Enix, from the merger, like, it's a very, like, memorable name, and it clicks in your head. It's like, oh, it's a Square Enix game, of course I'm gonna enjoy this. On the other hand, yeah, I do miss Squaresoft, because Squaresoft is that, like, it's that comfort food that you saw at the beginning of a game, like a PlayStation 1 game, or even older games, of course. But, like, for me, Squaresoft represents Chrono Cross to me, you know, because it's like, it opens up and it's Squaresoft, it's like, oh, Squaresoft. This is comforting to me,
The
you
one with
know?
the lamp calls the shots.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice.
Square Enix is a cool name too, but it's way just more like Japanime, here we fucking go, it's another one of these games, you know? Squaresoft meant something.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at.
I gotcha. I came around. We'll probably make this our last section for tonight. I'm surprised we made it this far.
Me too.
I mean, I assume you want to stop after this.
Yeah, that'll probably be good.
I mean, shit, dude, we made it through most of the Deep Jungle. We made it through Traverse Town Part 2, we made it through a Coliseum tournament. Didn't we make it through a whole world, or... I mean, it was this one, right? This would be the whole world we made it through.
Yeah. But I mean, if you count the part of Deep Jungle and Traverse Town Part 2, that I would say that equals about a world, so...
Yeah.
So, basically, yeah, basically the equivalent of 2 worlds. What was that?
Here's a boss that, I mean, I love Jafar to death, but Jafar in this form and in the other form are among my worst bosses list. Why? Because it's not because he's hard, but look what he does. Like, telegraphs his attack, and you don't have to step in the middle, so what the fuck is the point? Is it supposed to be hurting you? No, it's hurting your teammates. Okay, because your teammates are dumb enough to step in the middle. And yeah, you got Genie in the middle there, but he's never even ever a threat to you if you hang around the outside. Around the outside. Around the outside.
Here!
You know, it's annoying because he's not hard, but he's always jerking around the damn place. And he's out of reach half the time. And then the second boss face form, all you have to do, well, you'll see. I'll point it out once we get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I know. Some
Meanwhile, the good witch of the
hard,
fucking north over here just won't stop zipping around the arena.
Galinda over here. Yeah, sometimes the boss isn't hard, he's just annoying. And that's exactly what Jafar is. He's annoying, but he's not difficult.
I thought you were talking about the character Jafar, and I'm like, you hold your serpent's tongue.
No.
You bite your lip with that serpent's tongue. Or you bite your tongue with that serpent's tooth. You know what I mean, yeah.
I think I understand where you were going with that.
You got it. Again, see, you got the context. It's actually, you understood what I was saying, right? Then I succeeded! John's getting upset!
Thunder!
I got something in my eye, and it's killing me? Not literally, You'll never be better than me!
I'm really sorry about this.
Did you ever remember what that was from?
You will never be better than me?
Yeah. Where that came from?
Were we talking about wanting to remember where it was from? Because that would help. You will never be better than me. Okay. So, this was while we were still living together last. I'm pretty sure. Because it was a newer one for us. You will never be better than me. What games have we played through together, if any? Not counting Pirate Mummy, of course.
Right. I don't know. Was it a video game thing?
It sounds like it was.
I just cannot for the life of me remember.
Like, okay, my initial reaction is it was the Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart debacle.
No, it
But
wasn't
no.
that. I could see why you would think that, but
I think it had to be a video. Oh my god.
what was that? Oh my gosh.
But I said you will never be better than me. I must have taken in too much air. Plus the food I ate earlier. Oh no. Oh no. No. Do not lose
Oh no.
That's on video now.
What?
That's on video now.
Yeah.
Me saying
Yeah.
that he's not one of the hardest bosses, and then he killed me. Why? Because instead of just hitting pause like a rational human being, I want to rub my eyes. No, not now, music. Okay. Okay, we're gonna pause the video so nobody has to sit through all that. No, you know
Why
what?
not
This is what we used to have to
explain the
do.
situation
You
to
just...
that
Okay,
boy?
I'm actually gonna skip the scene, but we used to have to sit through the same fucking scene. That boy again? That boy again? Boy again?
Yeah, you damn kids with your music.
You know, it reminds me of that with the devoted children, like these days. Morgan Freeman. Anyway, what I was saying is, I think I took in too much air at one point, so I was there like, no, brr. Fucking, there was a belch, and there kept coming air out of me, which is not a sentence properly, traditionally. Ow. That's gonna hurt! No. What I was saying is, I think it had to be a boss, because I think we were, like, talking to the boss that way. It was like, you will never be better than me. No, wait, no. I think we were... it might have been we were talking about two characters that were, like, interacting with one another. Would you just heal him and be done with it? Just take one dip and end it. I wish I could remember. What were we doing?
It's driving me crazy.
It's driving me bananas is what it's driving me.
You will never be better than me.
Yeah, like... This is a harder thing to figure out than when you helped me and Gus figure out the... Hey Baldy, 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 Baldy. I can't tell you how much of a lifesaver that shit was.
I'm so glad I could help with that.
It was driving us bananas. And that one was my fault. Because I brought it up. And then he brought something up with me. We do this now and again. We'll send messages on Marco Polo and be like, hey, what the hell is this from? And I'll ask you this one because he brought this one up to me, right? And I really had to do some digging, but I knew I had heard it. I just never knew what it was called, and I found it. So you tell me if you can find it by just me giving this description or if you know what it's called. I can almost guarantee you don't know what it's called or who sings it. Are you up for the challenge?
This should help.
Okay.
Alright. It's a very common tune, and here it is. I'm going to pause the video so we don't get taken off the air. Your task is to use the tools available to you, like at Google and whatever. I'll just give you a hint. Yeah, try to Google it, but you have to figure out what to Google, like the right questions to ask and stuff. It was a brain teaser for me, and he didn't mean it to be. He was just like, legitimately, what is this damn song? Yeah, and just kind of like you're doing now, like later on they do woes instead, like whoa.
So, am I just trying to figure out what the song is or what it's from?
No, what the song is. I would love to know what movie I've seen it in, but I don't care about that as much.
Oh boy. Do you know the answer?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I don't know if I'll be able to remember.
Okay, I'll be honest. I don't remember the full name title of the song, but I'll tell you it's at least like 5 or 6 words.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's a doozy. You can't win, Powers. Why won't you die? Use the that's pretty much him to Genie. Use the bazooka. I'm really sorry about this. Run!
I can't remember the song. Like, I definitely know what you're talking about. I think you know. I think you know that. I think you know that I know it, but I just can't think of. I can't think of any other parts of the song even.
Okay, I have to say, it's pretty fucking hilarious that I don't think before this recording I can ever remember a time when Jafar actually surrounded himself in that Good Witch of the North bubble. So the fact that that was a first for me for this was pretty cool. Also, there was another first for me. Let me ask you this. When you ended up beating, well, not beating, when you first fight Cloud in the arena at the end of the preliminaries, did you beat him or did he beat you?
The first time?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he beat me the first time.
Did you get a cutscene for that and able to move on to the next part, or did you have to beat him first?
I think I remember getting a cutscene.
See, when I played for the first time, I remember getting my ass kicked, and I still had to reload and beat him, which meant I had to go through the whole tournament again. But in this, there is a cutscene, and I've never seen that before. Now, it's the same cutscene pretty much that you get if you would beat him. The difference is he's standing over you instead of you over him, and then Cerberus shows up. Nothing too different, but I was just blown away. I was like, holy shit. Alright, motherfucker, let's end this. Jesus Christ. Mama's got a few YouTube shows to watch of her own.
So what is the song? You're gonna have to tell me, because I'm not gonna remember.
YouTube, Thurston Harris, Little Bitty Pretty One. Don't do it now, because God help us, we don't want any... Oh my god. So annoying. There was a video floating around the Facebook world of the Matilda challenge. Did you see this?
No.
What?
No.
Okay, the Matilda challenge is basically reenacting that scene. So what they did is they had a whole bunch of people in the house. They had people standing by the curtains and by the sofa and by the tables and the chairs. So it was just like this guy like pointing at stuff and making it move, you know, supposedly with his mind, to that song. And it was all like rocking out to it and everything, and it was really cool looking. You gotta look it up. But yes, that's where I first heard the song. You are right. You know,
You did it!
I did do it, and that shouldn't be as much of an accomplishment as it was.
Hey, anytime you beat a boss, it's an accomplishment.
I know, but it's just like, what I mean is I shouldn't feel as relieved, because I should just feel relieved to have gotten through it, because it's annoying, but I shouldn't be feeling as redeemed as I am, because I shouldn't have died.
Yeah, well, shit happens.
I'm sorry, I don't normally laugh at my own burps like that. Let's be real, it's farts. It just matched up too well with like the turn me into an all-powerful genie, boink, blah 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 blah. My sister-in-law laughed more than anybody has ever laughed in the history of laughing at anything at our own farts. And when we're together, we should be in a nut house. We just have the best time. If all we had to do was farts and laugh, that'd be it for us. It'd pretty much be the end of the line. This is what I was talking about, everybody. This is how you beat the boss. You ready? You dodge a little bit of what Jafar does to you, like this, and watch how hard it is. See? That was hard, right? Now just whack-a-diago for a little bit.
For like
By the way,
too long.
Yeah. By the way, could Gilbert Gottfried have played Frank Reynolds? I'm just gonna get weird with it.
Can I offer you a nice egg in its trying time?
See?
One of my favorite things to do is banging the horse. Yeah, you know what? I've decided that that would have been awesome.
I'm doing the squishy laugh and kicking my feet. Oh my god. Yeah, I adopted that from her. That was... that's what I got from her in addition to a few other things. Oh god. You, I have some general mannerisms, but more so just particular lines.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. You're just imagining where Frank Reynolds lines now. Don't get out, kids! Your mother was a whore! God. I'm just reaching at this point, but whatever. I think it's hilarious. You all don't have to.
Yeah,
this is just what we find hilarious.
Well, that's great. I wanna, somewhere, there's an alternate universe where Gilbert Gottfried is Frank Reynolds, and I'd like to visit that universe.
That's a cool universe right there.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, Danny DeVito as Frank Reynolds is perfection. And I
Well,
would
yeah, I mean, Danny
Yeah.
DeVito is Frank Reynolds. I dare
Yeah.
say Frank Reynolds is based off of Danny DeVito. And vice versa. You know, in a way.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him to see. I wouldn't want to see him replaced in a million years.
Ever.
But I wouldn't mind just seeing Gilbert Gottfried as his role just once.
Like, let's have them do a fucking, like, okay, here